I'm Reverend Ron, enlightened spiritual master and a student of A Course in Miracles. This video on the latest Supreme Court decision, the overturn of Roe versus Wade, is under the direction of the Holy Spirit. For those who disagree with what we say, I accept full responsibility. For those who agree, I accept none of the credit. All credit to the Holy Spirit. With that, let's get started. Now, the first thing is, and right off the top, this is the dumbest decision I've heard of in the last 50 years. Roe versus Wade, or the decision of a woman to have an abortion, is something that should be made between her and her physician about a medical procedure, and that's all it is. It's nothing else. It's a private affair. It's not something that should be decided by the government, by the laws, by the right-wingers, by the red states, by the right to lifers. None of these people should make this decision for a woman. It's her body. It should be her choice. Now, having said that, and with that out of the way, we'll take an example of Kristi Noem, the governor of South Dakota. Recently, they had her on video, and they were discussing this 10-year-old girl in another state that got pregnant from a rape, and they were asking her if she would force this girl to bear this child to term in her state. Now, first thing is, she evaded the question totally. She never answered that question directly. And her state of South Dakota is one of the states that have outlawed abortion totally and completely. Now, the first problem I have with this is that Kristi Noem and her husband are pseudo-middle class. All of the children they had were planned, they were cared for, they got their medical care, she got her medical care, they were born in a hospital, they were raised, they got all their vaccinations and everything like that. And not only that, her grandchildren got the same thing, because they're all pseudo-middle class, and they don't have to deal with any of the problems that poor deal with. They don't have to deal with the problems of no prenatal care, no they have the baby at home or wherever, and it just doesn't work out good. And the other thing is, when the poor have a child, that child is likely to become a public assistance ward, or they're going to wind up in our prison system, and that's all paid for by us, the taxpayers. It's an expense, and they would be better off to have been aborted, but no, we're going to force the poor people to have these children, and more people in public assistance, more people in prison. Now, the best way I've found to explain this decision is a sentence I found in Course in Miracles. It says, "This is an insane world, and do not underestimate the actual extent of its insanity." That's absolutely the best explanation I've come up with for all of this insanity. And the good thing to come out of this is my home state of California, New Mexico, Colorado, New York, and a few other states will become meccas for abortion. There'll be abortion vacation centers for the people from the red states who need an abortion, and it'll pump a lot of money into their coffers, and that's a good thing that's going to come out of this. So I'm going to close this video off now, and if you have any questions for us, check on my website and send us a question, and we'll answer it for you.